drunken cock fans. This is Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, welcoming you all to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 4. Just a friendly reminder, this is an adult show. It contains adult content and heavy situations. Please be warned. If you're not an adult, now's your time to leave. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Drunken Under Quarantine Show. We're season 4. It's episode 23. I'm here with GW, my man tonight, and we are hanging out, having a time. Yes, we will have another guest at some point soon. Don't worry. Working on it. Anyways, we have a lot of show to get into because it seems like things just keep happening. And hot damn, we made history this week with the first ever ousting of a House Speaker. And we also found out that Nancy Pelosi still hadn't given up her office in the 9 months since she's been House. Yeah, who knows? That's right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's, of course, I, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. We're on the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Season 4, Episode 23. McCarthy out. Phone test. Politician dies in office in MC Molasses. Yes, because he had a new single come out. I have a music video coming out next week, and then one in another week or two after that, because Halloween season's in the air, kids. We're finally into October, and yeah, there's a lot going on. Like getting ready for a trunk or treat. I'm pretty stoked about Halloween costumes this weekend, or starting to get Halloween costumes ready this week. Anyways, let me welcome my main man, my boy, my comrade, the reason I am here each and every week, my man, Mr. GW Foley.
What is up, motherfuckers? It is Wednesday night, 8:03, bam.
Woo!
And you figure by now I would know how to do that. Still can't point to that. Oh, there we go. that side every fucking night. I need to do this, and I end up going like this because he's on my left. Fucking bastards. Goddamn cameras.
It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. So yeah, it's supposed to be break, but I'm still doing school shit. That's kind of lame. Fucking yeah. I yesterday had a meeting with the program coordinator for the grad school I wanted to go with, and like halfway through, I started having brain farts. Forgot every single question that I wanted to ask. Got some of them in. It's not going to be cheap. That's thank you, student loans. That's going to be fun later. What's up, Skidmore? How's it going?
Good evening, sir.
With us. Yeah, and it's my own damn fault. It is. Like, I couldn't be happy, like, being an auto mechanic, working with my hands, doing hand stuff. Hand jobs. Yeah. I wouldn't be good working hand jobs.
And, moving up them hand jobs.
Yeah. I had to be artsy. Fucking no money in arts. Ever.
No, there's money to spend. That's really it's.
Yeah. Afterwards. Like, once people realize that you're pretty good at what you do, it's too late. You're already poor.
Yep.
Fucking ridiculous. Bullshit. Yeah. Had band practice. Speaking of
Noise.
poor life choices. That was I love my band. My band is a bunch of great guys who are completely better at music than I am. I am the weak link in the band. Fortunately, I play bass, so you can most stuff just tune me out, and it's good. We learned a new song this weekend, and we were laying down tracks.
Nice.
And the drummer's like, "Why aren't you laying down tracks today?" And I'm like, "Why would I?" Like, all you need to do is like mess around. Like, both guitars are fucking better at bass than I am. Like, they should lay it down. Like, I'm like Sid Vicious in the Sex Pistols, basically. Like just shoot me full of heroin and let me kill my wife. You know? Honey, that was taken out of context. Yeah, like fucking crazy shit. Crazy shit. Got my wife sick. That's I feel bad for. And started rubbing her shoulder a bit. And she's like, "Oh, that felt good." And I was like, "All right. Yeah, I bet you like that, slut." And as soon as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, "Nope, not for me." I cannot say that with enough conviction. I suck at life. I want tacos.
National Taco Day, so I got to go and have some tacos and some other tacos. Well,
Enjoy those tacos.
Best. The only sad part is it landed on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, National Taco Day should be a Tuesday holiday, no matter what. Yeah, it should be like like Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. National Taco Day should always be on a Tuesday. Always.
I agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
I'd fund that bill.
Yeah. All right, that's enough for me. Let's turn it over to the real reason why we gather here. Hickory, the drunk and underwhelming.
Oh, thank you guys for being here. Skidmore, thank you, brother. We appreciate you. But yeah, go enjoy your tacos, man. It's Taco Tuesday on Wednesday. National Taco Day. Is it still inappropriate to wear a sombrero on National Taco Day? Like,
probably.
I got told I couldn't wear one on Cinco de Mayo, even though like my workplace used to hand them out. Like, everybody wore a sombrero for a couple of years there, and yeah, sometimes like that, things like that just pop up and kick you in the ass.
You know what you should do? Get a French flag and spray paint all over it. Get out, losers, and hang it up for Cinco de Mayo.
That would be great. Anyways, you were talking about bass, so I figured I would brag for a second and play a I don't know, like a minute-long clip of me railing down some bass. It doesn't sound super great because my bass is a little wonky. It's actually going to get sent out, so I will be completely redoing this. But it was so much fun to play this bass line again because I played it with a band for like 5 or 6 years and really crafted the bass of this song in, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So I'll just play a little short segment. This is Pines. This is a Clear River Band cover that I'm working on.
I like to blame human nature if you hadn't guessed. Make something better or less depressed. I do what I can and do what I can do. Surprised I can stand when some days get through. I need to find peace out there in the pine. Long dirt road, radio, shady sighs for the pine.
Yeah, I really, that single lick at the very end that lands on this. Oh, just feels so good. No fish tacos though. That's all right. I can do without that. Well, depending on which tacos we're talking about. Anyways, so yeah, that was fun. The Pines is going great. A couple other songs in the works. Been laying down some guitar tracks, which has been been a lot of fun lately. Is playing electric guitar again. And yeah, MC Molasses released one today. Of course, he released one 2 weeks ago because he's an idiot. And these things happen when you get a drunk magician and a long hair rapper who also likes to drink excessively together. It's just things never go off as they're supposed to. So, he or I might have released an extra song. I don't think it's not really the end of the world. It's gonna be fine. There's plenty more to come. But the song that did drop today on purpose, well, it probably would have been further out had I realized that that he messed up and we were releasing boss music so early. It was supposed to be a Halloween one. Nice. Good bass. Also jammed last night. Also. That's awesome. Wet Girl Summer finally dropped. So it has, you'll notice GW on the
Wet Girl Summer, 27 inches. Y'all got, Vermont wrong. We're a bunch of
That's right.
We're Vermont strong. Yeah, we're pushing up.
Yeah, GW's backing vocals. GW, you're officially on Spotify.
Nice.
You might not
I'm
be
so excited.
You might not be a credited artist, but we'll maybe work that in on the next one. I should have Molasses is dick. He probably should have put you as a feature, even if it was just for ad libs. It was fucking phenomenal. So yeah, that went live. So go check that out. And boss music went next. So much fun. But yeah, no, the Pines bass line is like one of my favorite things to play, even if I'm not playing with anyone, just like jam on. It's got a really, really fun chord progression. Let me see. I hate when people send me videos and I don't know if they're like cool or not to play on the stream. Check Halloween's Dream Reverb Nation. Shameless self-promotion. Let me
live on the show.
Yeah, we're fucking doing it right now. Still my time, damn it. Is it under Skidmore?
Yeah, evading raid.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries, dude. I do the same thing. And I'm like, I should be the one filling shit up, but
I just need to know where artist, or is that the song? Maybe I should search Skidmore as the artist, huh? That might not be a bad idea. Is it in there? Or was this with another artist? Oh, Halloween Dream. Okay. Whoops. I put an S in there that wasn't supposed to be there. I'm still not seeing it. Like, is it 2 words? Wish I could. You send me a link.
Ooh, Shadows Fall.
What?
Shadows Fall.
Yep.
I haven't heard them in forever.
Location, maybe like national. No, I'm No, we're doing awful at this. Not gonna lie. All right, one more. Nope, I just need a link, man. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, let's get into the regular show. That was really captivating. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm of course Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming. This is my fine fellow foxy friend, Mr. GW Foley. And okay, just Google it. Better not say that too loud or get yelled at.
We're gonna get this, damn it.
The first thing that comes up is a movie. Here, I will share the screen too, so it's not just like me looking at the fucking screen. There we go. Oh, I missed this.
Is it the Halloween Dream EP?
Oh, where's that?
Scroll down a bit. A little more. A little more. See it right there? Bandcamp. Up. Up.
Oh,
right there.
Did I get it right?
No.
What?
No. It's by this is by Miserable. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. We're on this adventure together. Try searching just Halloween Dream EP. Yeah, we didn't think so, but I was like, who knows? That could be Skidmore with that that feedback intro. Miserable. Oh, I'm sorry, we're so bad at this. Spooky Wet Dreams. Fucking sweet Instagram handle. Local genre fluid band. That's pretty good, right? Genre fluid.
Sounds
Spooky
gross.
Wet Dreams.
Yeah.
That's fun. I like that. I like it. It made me feel dirty just reading it, and that was fun. Anyways, let's get into one of the few random stories we have to share tonight. Halloween with S. Okay. Yes, is it two separate words or is it one though? Because I feel like I was definitely searching it right there, right? Halloween's Dream. Did I spell it wrong? Right, that says Halloween's Dream, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have to actually go. I think we might have finally got there. Is that right? Is this right? Because if so, I got to pull it down and share it up with a different. I'm going to share it with the one I can share the audio with. At least we finally found. Yeah, okay. I think this is it.
All right.
Ooh.
You're no longer alive. What do you feel like doing? Nothing. Where do you feel like being? Nowhere. Who do you feel like visiting? No one. Feeling undead hurts in every way. Leighton Laboratories has the answer. Zombinox. Zominox works with your immune system to suppress the zombie plague.
This is absolutely awesome and perfect for this time of year. Thank you. I think it's good work.
This is big. A chance to live again. With Zominox, patients have seen improvement in their quality of life versus placebo. Zominox can cause your immune system to attack your remaining bodily functions. Tell your doctor if you experience chest pain, cough, bloody diarrhea, excessive craving for flesh, severe stomach pain, swollen ankles, rash, headache, hallucinations, thoughts of suicide, or weakness, as this could make those conditions more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Zominox. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you have bleeding problems. A chance to live again. Ask your doctor about Zominox. Blatant laboratories thanks to doctors, nurses, and patients in all clinical trials. Zominox. To live
This
again.
is great. That's awesome. Well, yeah, we'll have to be, I will bookmark that. We're going to have to pull it up throughout the Halloween season and listen to a couple.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, you sneaky devil. And a whole Halloween channel over on Reverb Nation. That's dope, my friend. Thank you for allowing us to share and sharing with us, because that's awesome. What was this one? Speaking of strange sounds, G-Dubs, did your phone just start blowing up today?
Yeah, it fucking woke me up from a nap.
Yep. I had read about this like a month or two ago. Skimmer, not a problem, brother. Thank you for sharing with us.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be listening to more. So I was at work. There was like a store full of people, right? It's like, imagine this. You're in like a small specialty grocery shop. It's a small building. I forget what the square footage is, but it's not that much more than my house. It's probably like double my house size. Probably like 2,500 square feet or something. Like, at least the retail space, I would say, is probably like 25. There's probably like 200 people ish in the building, and all of a sudden I start hearing whatever the warning sound was, which I didn't know at that time was the warning sound. And this woman, at first I thought it was part of the music in the store, because it was like going off, and we just got like a new speaker set up because ours died during not because of the flood, but during the flood there was the power went down and then back up. The surge caused our Pandora thingy or whatever service it is to fry. So we had to borrow one. We got a new one finally, but we had to install new speakers in the store. So it sounds different because they're not, the old ones were pretty much like decent house speakers that were strategically placed around the upstairs. So it projected out into the store and it sounded all right. The new ones are all mounted up on beams in the store, because it's like a brick or a post and beam. But so first I was like, oh man, that's a really weird fucking intro to an 80s tune. Like, that's really strange. And then it kept going and going, and I was like, dude, I don't think that's the song. What the fuck is that? And some lady looks at me and she's like, is that the fire alarms? And I was like, no, because that was the fire alarms. I'd be standing out front right now. I wouldn't have cut your salmon. I would have put the knife down, so that's the fire alarm, and walked out the front door. Like, this is not my house. I'm not fighting a fire on anybody else's behalf. Like, if it's your place with your stuff and your family and your cat, like, you fight it. If it's like it's your workplace and you didn't directly cause it, get the hell out of there. I'm a firm believer on leaving the building. Like, that's what we were taught all through school. Right?
Yeah.
That's what they taught. The fire alarm goes off. What do? Even if you know it's not real, you get up and you fucking leave. It's like, we as society have lost that, I think, because a bunch of people were looking around like, is that the fire alarm? I'm like, if you had any inkling it was the fire alarm, why didn't you leave? Because that's the normal response you should have to when alarms go off in buildings. Like, it means get the hell out of there.
Yeah, something's going on. Get the fuck out.
Anyways, that blaring noise you heard, it was a test of the federal government's emergency alert system. Because, good Lord, that's exactly what I felt like I needed, G-Dubs. I feel a lot safer knowing that anytime the federal government can just send me a message unsolicited that I can't block. And like I can't refuse it.
Shut off your phone for an hour, you won't get it.
Is that true?
So, yeah. So it it has like a 30-minute lifespan. So and they give you like approximate of when it's going off. So when they're like 2:00. So at like 1:50, shut your phone off completely. Like power it down.
Yeah.
And then by like 3:10, just to be safe, turn it back on. And because it's been so long, actually I would say 3:30, turn it back on. Totally safe. And you won't get the alert. For next time.
Okay. That's interesting.
I did not do that.
No, me neither. Mine went off and I was like, oh, that's fun. Anyways, it looked like this. It said, this is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. The purpose is to maintain and improve alert and warning capabilities at the federal, state, local, tribal, and territorial levels, and to evaluate the nation's public alert and warning capabilities. No action is required by the public. Like what if they said there was action required? You know, like you must respond to this to make sure you, like, how many people would have complied?
Why is it? Why
I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
well, no,
I feel like there's like a dark movie to be written here too, right? Where like somebody hacks this thing and like we have a population that's just like, you know, we'd set it like another 20 years down the road where everybody's going like really used to this and it's no big deal. And like they just continue to get more compliant until eventually it's like starts giving them fucked up things to do. Like, go out and break the nearest windshield of a car with whatever you have in your garage. You know, and like see how many people go do it, and it just slowly progresses to chaos. It'd be like that movie weird. Compliant, but with like on a mass scale. Which I haven't watched. I watched a review for it lately, and that movie's fucked because it's based about a real occurrence about these people that would not prank call. They would call. I mean, it was a prank. They would call fast food places and say they were the police and like have people have them like search employees and shit, like all sorts of weird shit that anyways, I'm trailing off. Anyways, Washington, this is a test. You have a cell phone or watching television Wednesday, you should have seen the message flash across your screen as the federal government tested its emergency alert system. It used to tell people about emergencies. The emergency alert system is a national public warning system that's designed to allow the president to speak to the American people within 10 minutes during a national emergency via specific outlets such as radio and television. Wireless emergency alerts are short messages, 360 characters or less, that go to mobile phones to alert their owner to important information. Okay, like it's an update. I get that. But why do we need this?
In case Russia bombs us?
I guess, dude, but like
Canada invades.
On the flip side, yeah, that's likely. Well, they're a little fascistic up there. Who knows? That's such a funny idea.
They don't like our way of life.
America.
Yeah.
Fuck, Americans don't like our way of life, bro. Like Canada's just going to be the third faction in the Civil War.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, not even the third. I guess it'd be like there's going to be like fucking 80 factions, but Canada will just be its own. And it'll be like American loving Canadians and Canadian loving Canadians will be the two separate Canada factions.
Yeah, like there's a big fight over Niagara Falls. All the Great Lakes fall. except for Champlain. They don't touch that.
Yeah, they'll be like, it smells like Burlington hippie grossness.
It's already Canada.
Yeah. It has been taken over, I suppose. But yeah, one of those things where I was like, oh wow, I actually said that out loud at work today. I was like, oh damn, too bad they didn't have this back in Maui. People are like, yeah, this is probably why they're doing this. And I was like, yeah, except Maui has alarms that they didn't sound.
Yeah.
And then the cops blocked the highway and prevented people from leaving. So I don't know if a federal alert system would have prevented any of that. Yeah. I was being facetious in saying that you shouldn't trust the government to give you your emergency warnings generally. Speaking of people you shouldn't trust, Pope Francis is back in the news because who doesn't? I mean, look at this graphic. You know, he's just so holy.
Yeah.
And weird, and this might sound weird to say. He doesn't look. He looks like he might be of a different lineage than most Catholics.
He
like
is.
He might be like an elf or a dwarf or something. Like he's got like he's what's that thing from Lord of the Rings?
Hobbit?
Yeah. He's kind of got, I don't know, like the kind of that thing going on, but it's also kind of like a troll. I don't know. I'm still not convinced this guy is human. Just saying. Pope Francis kicks off meeting on church's future with LGBTQ bombshell. Tell me he came out in full drag. Come on, MSN. Just tell me. Rome. Because people still care about this bullshit. Pope Francis opened a big meeting Wednesday on the future of the Catholic Church, where contentious topics will be discussed. The 3-week General Assembly of the Synod of Bishops, the Vatican, sometimes called the Super Bowl of the Catholic Church. Yes, I'm sure it's just as exciting. There's probably just as many wigs eaten and beers drinking. GW, would you be there with your sign cheering on your favorite team at the Super Bowl of the Catholic Church?
They would not let you in with a sign. This is more like golf than football.
That's fair. But they should have been more specific. As joined bishops from around the world to discuss hot button issues, including, it's getting steamy, whether priests should be allowed to marry, if divorced and remarried Catholics should receive communion, whether women should be allowed to become deacons, and how the church will handle matters around the LGBTQ. Okay. It's funny that those are hot button issues in modern topic too, but they're acting like it's the Catholic Church is so far back in the closet that it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. So, and I'm gathering like you weren't very religious growing up.
Oh, I was a Protestant. No, fuck the Catholics.
Yeah,
like that's but no, I would say I used to refer to myself as Protestant agnostic.
Okay.
Because that was how I was raised and how I identified at the time. Now I don't know if I would say agnostic is the right word. I'm not sure anymore. I'm a little broken.
Yeah. And that happens.
I think. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. No, I don't know too much about Catholics other than there's like, yet again, when we're talking about tribes and factions, there's a couple different factions of Catholics. It's all kind of like in it's way more pronounced in the Jewish faith, like the different levels of like being like Orthodox or something else, Orthodox Hasidic versus like there's different factions, you know?
Yeah.
And like you could definitely tell certain groups due to the way they dressed or acted at certain events. Like I've always thought Catholics were like that. There's like the ones that are like at communion every week, and that's like their whole thing. Then there's Catholics who claim they're Catholic, much like Joe Biden. It's just like it's like any other mainstream politician, just like, oh, I believe in God. It's just, a thing they put next to their name so they don't feel quite as bad, or they know they can con people into believing in them.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, and then there's the Catholics that are like Catholic. They're the Sinos, the Catholics in name only. Like this, there's like a progressive wing of the group too. But no, I don't know much about it other than they're probably one of the few institutions that stayed exactly the same for a long ass time, and now in the past like 40 years they've completely flipped on everything. I mean, I'm not hating them for flipping on stuff like accepting gay people. I'm just saying that it was like 1,000 years they were like laser focused. In the past 40, they've been like completely taken over.
Yeah. So there's a reason for that. And this Pope is very controversial. He's very socialist in like a Catholic sense. He's a Jesuit priest. Where
so how does do you know, sorry to back.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Interrupt. Do you know how the Pope gets selected?
Yes.
How does that work?
Okay. So Pope dies or retires. Typically it's die. But
yeah, it's pretty much a life term, right? It's almost like Supreme Court justice. Like,
yeah,
you're appointed and you do it until you retire or you die.
Yeah,
okay. Basically,
typically most of them die. Benedict, the one before Francis, actually retired. I think he's still alive, but goddamn near 100. He was the last.
Deserves it.
Yeah. He was the last conservative pope that there was, which was a big challenge because John Paul II, so this is 2 popes ago, he was from Poland and faced a lot of prosecution. So he was also more left-leaning, socialist-ish. Like really sympathizing with it. So Pope Benedict was elected because they wanted to straighten their church out. That didn't work because of all the kitty fucking.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
And now there's Francis, who is South American by birth. So he's Hispanic, which is the first.
Okay.
But he's a radical. So that's why you're seeing stuff ramp up. He's trying to
get it all in before he goes.
Right. And to not necessarily right wrongs, but to be like his religion's dying. That's he's trying to save it. And if he could do that by letting other people in, that's what he's trying. So
I ultimately see it backfiring on him.
It can. There's a lot of starch Catholics out there. A lot of them. They're very fervent.
Yeah, because I've heard a few Catholics on live streams and stuff. Not that like that's something I normally seek out, but like Seamus Coughlin, who's on Freedom Tunes, from Freedom Tunes, who's on Timcast's IRL once in a, he does like long stints or whatever. Great cartoonist. Their cartoons are fucking hilarious. And how is it that the Babylon Bee and Freedom Tunes are like the 2 funniest things on the right, and they're both like Christian values type organizations at the core? It doesn't make sense to me. I guess Ryan Long's up there. He's more of like the R type of like snarky, slightly only right because that's like the only place you're allowed to be offensive.
Yeah.
Anyways, like he's definitely like a that the church is woke now type guy.
Yeah.
And was is angry and upset with the way the Catholic Church has bellied up since the new pope's in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know a lot about it because like it's to me it's theater. It's
Yeah.
politics, but it doesn't actually affect me. Like there's no hard rules.
So I grew up Episcopalian, which is Catholic light.
Okay.
So there was some differences, but the Catholic Church is like 30 years behind the Protestants because we were letting in, like we had the first gay archbishop, which is, so for Catholics, the Pope is as high as you can get. Like he is the head bishop. Underneath him are archbishops.
Okay.
So in the Protestant church that I'm in, the highest you can be is an arch because we acknowledge that there is a pope, but it's not our pope.
Okay.
And that's reformations and blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Yeah.
Black smoke versus white smoke.
Yes, black smoke is we don't have them yet. White smoke is we do.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying it's the same thing. It's just different colors of it, which is
no, totally different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. As Protestant, we've been pretty accepting of everyone. As agnostic, I fucking hate everyone. I dislike humanity the more I learn about it. It's like
people suck.
Like the ultimate question, like, are you a racist? Like, yeah, I fucking hate white people for like the most part. Like, I would say like a hard 95% of all white people can get straight fucked. Like, I don't care. Which I can't say about any other race. So yeah, I guess I'm racist towards white people. I'm sorry, guys. It's mostly white liberal women, to be honest, though. I won't say just white liberal women because it's not a misogyny. It's not a woman thing. It's a culture of softness and bickering thing. Anyway, speaking of bickering, God, I love this. This one made me happy, and I don't know. I'm excited to see what you thought of it, G-Dubs, because I know a lot of people are saying this was stupid as shit, and I think it's hysterical, and it's about goddamn time somebody had some balls. But well, I guess that wasn't the headline meant for that. But this was most of the 2024 GOP presidential candidates urge Republicans to stop the chaos after McCarthy's ouster. I think McCarthy getting ousted is fucking hysterical.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. And to be clear, no, I'm not a turncoat because I'm not a Republican or a conservative. I'm a drunk libertarian at best. I mean, at the true core, like if we were to go to the true, like, it's not going to affect anybody now. Like anarcho-capitalism would be my jam if you know, if it wouldn't fuck a large majority of the people I know. Yeah, so I guess at the end of the day, I'm really just a bleeding heart liberal. Look at me go. But yeah, I thought it was hysterical. What was your takes, G-Dubs? A historic moment where the first time ever the House Speaker got ousted.
I looked at it and said, "Yep, that sounds about right." That's good. Good on them.
It's about damn time.
No, here's the thing. Like, there are a bunch of snakes. And the head snake does something that goes against the rest of the snakes. Like, they're going to bite. He got bit. Fucking good for him.
Sean said this is what cleaning the swamp or draining the swamp looks like. Yeah, I will say, as much as I will not declare myself a Matt Gaetz fan. I've listened to the dude speak, and I think he has some good ideas. I also feel like he's like a slimy. He's almost got like that, and I don't mean this offensively. Speaking of which, hashtag no squatting Nancy. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second because that's a hilarious caveat that came out after this whole thing. That I don't necessarily like Gaetz. I almost think of him as like he's got some type of like slimy Gavin Newsom-ness to him. Like I don't know if that's fair because like he's not the same breed of stock. Like he's not old time politics, been bred into it and raised for it since he was a kid in a political family and whatever. There's something about him that's just like kind of slimy and I don't like it. But fuck, man, if he's gonna hold this bastard accountable, because yeah, the whole debt ceiling thing where McCarthy just went behind closed doors and cut a deal with the Democrats to get it passed, even though a good chunk of the Republicans were holding it up because they were like, because you know what Gaetz' stance was, right?
He was anti Ukrainian funding, right?
Well, that's kind of where they want to paint it. He was anti-omnibus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not for Ukraine. I'm not going to say that. But that wasn't the main thing. The main thing on this was he was saying, hey, let's put forward these spending bills like one at a time, and then we can vote on them and decide, because a lot of this shit we're willing to fund. Like we're willing to fund veterans. We're willing to make sure that paychecks go out to the people who are working for the federal government, that type of stuff. But like maybe we don't put $10 million worth of gender studies for Pakistan in this one, you know, because that's kind of how we've operated for ever since we've been alive.
Yeah,
is everything's
Before
just
that.
all grouped together, so you don't know what they're spending on what, and a bunch of it's just getting pocketed. And his stance was, hey, if we want responsibility and some like to actually take some ownership of what we're spending, maybe just maybe, hear me out here, we have single bill voting or single issue bills, which was great. That's how it's supposed to run. And it's crazy because the media is acting like this is the most fucking insane thing that's ever been proposed in the history of America. And meanwhile, like that's how we're meant to operate, is single issue bills that are simple, 10 to 20 pages, maybe at the most. Like you don't need to write a Hollywood blockbuster worth of script pages. I mean, that would be a short bill. Like the script for Transformers, the 2.5 hour blockbuster Hollywood, probably even with all the little what do they call them, the pictures that you draw out, the slides,
Storyboard,
the storyboards. I bet you if you took the storyboards and that script, that's still smaller than anything Congress has passed in like the past few years. It's insane. It's mind-bogglingly insane. He said, Sean said, I will slide on the slime as long as I'm sliding the correct directions. That's what I'm saying, man, is I just want to be clear that I'm not like a fanboy. I don't love the dude, but he's doing some damn fine work right now and holding the establishment accountable. And that's why we're going to see everybody come after this dude. Like Gaetz is like, I think they already brought up kicking him out of Congress. Like he's going to have a fucking target on his back because he's like the one dude who has a spine enough to stand up against the crap. And McCarthy signed, like when he lost his 14th vote to be House Speaker, he signed a fucking series of concessions, and one of them was to not make backrooms deals, and he did anyways. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like you signed the thing, dude. You signed an agreement with a bunch of people that was like, hey, I'm going to do this for you if you let me in. Yeah, I'm glad he's ousted. Just the sense of entitlement that asshole had. Like, this is my spot. Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pretty cool with him not being there.
Wait till Nancy Pelosi comes back.
So that's the most hilarious part about the whole situation. They already tried Pedo Pete. That apparently the thing we learned was Nancy Pelosi's had her Speaker of the House office ever since Kevin McCarthy took over last year. It's been 9 months she's been in the same office. And we only know this because the guy who's interim speaker evicted her out of that office. Like, she's had that special Speaker of the House office, which makes me think, like, maybe they were right and Kevin was just there to he was just there to keep the podium warm until Pelosi came back. Like, that was the establishment plan. G-Dubs, you take it over for a minute?
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. Everyone hear about Dianne Feinstein. Oh no. Fucking dinosaur. Like, doesn't bode well. I don't get it. We need to vote fucking younger people. We need term limits. God damn it. Fucking term limits are the thing to do. But oh no, you have to have people there for life. Like, why? Name recognition. Not a popularity contest. Never should be. Like, you honestly want the person who wants the job the least. Because they're going to get the fuck out of there once everything is done. Note, his last name, the interim speaker, his last name is McHenry. That, Scottish, right? Yeah. I could be racist right now. I don't know. Could be Irish. I always thought think more of like O's for Ireland. Well, I guess there are some mix. I think Scottish is more Mac. I don't know. Mick or Mac?
It depends. It's a Macintosh.
Yeah.
But it's Mick Foley. That
was
the worst representation I could have done, but McHenry. I think it's McHenry.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was Irish or Scottish.
That's a good question.
I mean, does it matter that much? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I'm here for you, Sean.
Recess subject to the call of the chair.
He fucking nailed it.
Play that one more time.
Oh, God, that was so good.
Chair declares the House in recess subject to the call of the chair.
Like, he checked it to see if he broke it.
Good for him.
Oh, dude.
Good for him.
Recess subject to the call of the chair.
Dude, I might be sampling that. That would be fucking fire. That might be a really cool chorus. Is that and sample that out as the snare? Build a beat on it. Okay. Oh man. Thank you, Sean. Give me something to cook on at some point here.
That's some power.
Yeah, he fucking wailed on that thing. That was great. You can tell he's absolutely discussing this nonsense. Yeah. Do you mean, well, like, is he McCarthy aligned? Like, was he upset that like his buddy got taken out, or is he like, hey, I'm sick of like the establishment just being a uniparty and like McCarthy basically being a Democrat? So like, if you have a narrow majority and your leader goes behind closed doors to work with the other people, you don't have a narrow majority. You're in the minority. Like, at least that's how it looks to me. The last one we're going to get into before we get in the after show and G-Dubs leaves us is this one I thought was absolutely hysterical, because these outright bigots go back on all their stuff. I guess Newsweek was like kind of in the middle, but a lot of these places were absolutely bigoted in their language. G-Dubs. Men flood women's job fair after lying about being non-binary.
Excellent.
But secondly, who are you to tell me that these dudes were lying? Because I myself am gender fluid, and I'm a little upset that you're misgendering these people, because they're not men, they're non-binary. I identify as a man occasionally. Sometimes I identify as a lesbian, but it's somewhere between lesbian and toxically masculine all the time. That's my gender fluid spectrum. Event billed as the largest gathering of women and non-binary technologists in the world was recently dominated by men, causing uproar among attendees and leading to apologies from organizers. The in-person Grace Hopper celebration was organized by Anita B. and took place on September 26th through 29th in Orlando, Florida. Activities included a career fair and expo, in addition to opportunities for those in the industry to seek prospective career opportunities and to mingle with others. Singer and actor Janelle Monáe was one of the keynote speakers, but instead of catering to its intended audience that paid about $1,300 per ticket just to get in the doors, organizers soon realized that cisgender men had flooded the conference, allegedly for their own personal gain. So it's cool to assume gender again now. I'm confused. I feel like events like this are going to cause we're going to have to reframe the whole thing again. Right? Which is like, I'm interested to see where the next framing is. Like, how do you claim that certain people are non-binary because they claim they're non-binary and other people aren't, even though they claim they're non-binary? So it's also interesting that women are complaining about this world that they totally embraced, and it's now backfiring in their faces, and they're surprised. They're surprised that they opened a doorway for men to get in their spaces, and now they're taking it. Although I don't think they're men; they're non-binary individuals. So, I mean, they're allowed to be there. But it is interesting. You feel like you notice the weirdness, like it's strange.
Yeah. You did it to yourselves. You played yourself. Like,
yeah, so I don't feel bad when like people complain about this now. Like, yeah, you agreed with it. Like, this is not my fault.
Yeah. I
didn't say that anyone who identified as a woman should be in women's sports. I didn't say that non-binary people should be allowed to attend the women's only thing. Like, that should be its own thing anyways, right? Like, non-binary people don't define as a woman, they define as non-binary. So why are they allowed at the woman's thing?
Because they are a minority, and minorities need representation. It's not merit-based anymore. It's needs-based.
No, that makes sense. But I mean, if you're going to pretend you're having a woman's only thing, isn't it strange to start including other groups, even if they're underrepresented, dude? Like, it's I wouldn't expect there to be like a men's retreat and there to be like a men and non-binary persons retreat.
Oh, that would never happen. That would never happen. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, no. It's... Men will find a way in regardless of, like, the rules you set. You want an equal playing field or a step stool to get up, and that's cool. But, like, we can, like, we need shit too, you know?
Yeah.
I feel for you. I definitely do. I don't know. Men find a way in. Playing by the rules. You can't call them out for playing by the rules.
But that's all we got. G-dubs, anything before we get out of here?
Dude, I need to find... No. I'll talk about it next week.
Okay. Next movie roast is in a couple weeks. We're going to do Children in the Corn. I'm stoked for that.
Yes.
So I've been getting to be a regular on that event. Enjoying the hell out of that. And who knows? I really, really think we should try to get a date at the theater in October next year and do like a Hickory hosts Halloween themed thing with comics and burlesque and the whole blow out a stage show at a theater.
Yeah.
Would be really, really fun. And I actually got a message earlier I got to check in on.
That may be a little hard for me next year.
Oh, yeah, you might be at school.
Yeah.
Schooling hard. Well, we can get you 15 minutes of stage time, I think. Maybe you'll have to record it first and send it in. We'll play it. It'll be like the pre-show. Anyways, yeah, so that would be really cool and fun. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, there's a bunch of shit coming out in the next couple of weeks. Thank you guys for being here. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. This fine foxy fucker is Mr. GW Foley. Go check him out at GW Foley and at Foley Kills. I'm, of course, at Hickory, the TDAU, or at a real Hickory TDAU on Facebook, but at Hickory TDAU on all other platforms. Go check out our boy MC Molasses. His new single dropped today. Wet Girl Summer featuring GW Foley on the backing vocals. Because he just lays down. He laid it down so good. Like we were live on the show.
I was the only option.
Well, no, but you were like perfect for doing like what do they call ad libs? Like,
yeah,
like perfect. And you fucking nailed it. So yeah, we'll definitely get you some ad lib sections again in the future. That was super fun. Anyways, I will see you guys in the after show, which will be hanging out for a few minutes. Until next week. Cheers.
Love you.
Love you guys. Gabba gabba, hey, drunken cock fans. It's Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming of the Drunken Under Quarantine. So, welcoming you to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 4 After Show, brought to you only on Rumble.
This is a very, very, very adult show containing a very, very adult subjects. So please, if you're not very, very adult or pretty much a kid that's over 21, now's your time to go.